An individual's success is frequently the consequence of courageous choices, unrelenting tenacity, and unflinching faith in one's abilities. There aren't many people who better exemplify this philosophy than Steve Ballmer. The trip that Ballmer has taken, which includes guiding Microsoft as its active CEO, and purchasing the Los Angeles Clippers and making them into a premier NBA franchise, is a demonstration of the importance of placing a significant amount of faith in oneself. His narrative serves as a source of motivation for business executives, entrepreneurs, and everyone else who aspires to achieve excellence throughout their lives. Early life and education laying a solid groundwork for adulthood. His birth took place in the year 1956 in the city of Detroit, Michigan. From a young age, his father, who was born in Switzerland and later immigrated to the United States, worked as a manager at Ford Motor Company. This instilled in him a strong work ethic. The academic performance of Ballmer was exceptional, as evidenced by his excellent scores on standardized examinations and his enrollment at Harvard University, where he majored in applied mathematics and economics. At Harvard, he became acquainted with a young Bill Gates, a bond that would eventually play a significant role in shaping his professional life. On the other hand, he quickly concluded that his goals were elsewhere. He took a move that would change the course of his life in 1980. He quit his cushy corporate career and joined a small, unknown technology business that was formed by his buddy Bill Gates, who had attended Harvard. Microsoft is placing its bets on a bright-looking future. Microsoft was a nascent software company with less than 30 workers when Ballmer joined the company. At the time, Microsoft was only getting started. Microsoft was still in its infancy at the time, and the revolution in personal computing was just getting started. It was a leap of faith from Microsoft. After taking a calculated risk, Ballmer took a position as the first business manager of the company. In addition to receiving an initial salary of $50,000, he also received an interest in Microsoft. It was a wager that would alter the course of his life irrevocably. It didn't take long for Ballmer to establish himself as a pivotal figure in Microsoft's expansion, bringing with him not only a keen understanding of business, but also an unparalleled level of energy and leadership. Following in the footsteps of Bill Gates, Ballmer was appointed CEO of Microsoft in the year 2000 as a result of his efforts and profound understanding of the company's goal. His leadership was responsible for Microsoft's phenomenal growth, which resulted in the company's yearly sales increasing from $25 billion to roughly $70 billion. Microsoft's enterprise business is being expanded, and the company is working to strengthen its footprint in corporate information technology services in order to become the dominating force in software solutions for businesses all over the world. In the process of entering the gaming industry and ultimately altering it, Microsoft introduced the Xbox gaming division, which would go on to become a key competitor to Sony's PlayStation computer. Despite the fact that Microsoft was originally sluggish to adapt, Ballmer laid the groundwork for the company's ultimate supremacy. This was the driving force behind the shift toward cloud computing, leading the way in the creation of software that fundamentally changed the industry, managing the launch of Windows XP, Windows 7, and Microsoft Office, all of which have become indispensable applications for both commercial enterprises and individual shoppers. Ballmer's influence on Microsoft's growth and profitability cannot be denied, even though his tenure was not devoid of difficulties. Most notably, he failed to recognize the mobile revolution and failed to adequately value Apple's and Google's dominant position in the smartphone manufacturing industry. Through his leadership, Microsoft was able to further establish its position as a worldwide technology giant. The fact that he was able to expand the business while simultaneously making his way through an increasingly competitive environment, solidified his position as one of the most prominent chief executive officers in the history of technology. With the purchase of the Los Angeles Clippers, a new chapter begins. Ballmer was only getting started in his career, in contrast to the majority of CEOs who retire after leaving a high-profile CEO job. Another big move that he made in 2014 was the acquisition of the Los Angeles Clippers for a record-breaking amount of $2 billion. The amount was the biggest amount that had ever been paid for an NBA team at the time. An overwhelming majority of analysts thought that he paid too much, but once again Ballmer's faith in himself and his vision was proven to be correct. Under Ballmer's leadership, the Clippers have gone from being a franchise that was largely ignored to becoming one of the most interesting teams in the National Basketball Association (NBA). Because of his enthusiasm for basketball and his economic skills, he has made major investments in the team, including the following: redesigning the Clippers' culture and branding in order to entice the best players in the league. The Intuit Dome, a state-of-the-art arena that will cost $2 billion and be completed in 2024, is currently under construction. The definition of what it means to be an NBA owner has been rethought as a result of his ownership style, which is characterized by boundless excitement and active participation. A level of energy and commitment that is uncommon among sports CEOs is something that Ballmer brings to the table. 1. Take risks that are calculated. When Ballmer joined a small technology business, he left a career that was secure. The rewards he received from his willingness to take chances were enormous. 2. Put your stakes in yourself. Regardless of whether he was in charge of Microsoft or purchasing the Clippers, Ballmer had faith in his capacity to generate value. In order to achieve success, self-confidence is an essential component. 3. Adapt and innovate in your approach. In spite of the fact that Ballmer was criticized for failing to anticipate the rise of smartphones, he was able to successfully pivot into corporate software and technology. 4. Passion is the driven force behind success. The intensity exerted by Ballmer is renowned. His passion has been a driving force in his work, whether it was energizing Microsoft employees or enthusiastically applauding at Clippers games, can result in extraordinary success. The road that Ballmer has taken serves as a message to anyone who aspires to achieve greatness. Never be hesitant to gamble on yourself, embrace obstacles, and take chances. The benefits may completely alter one's life. If you found this inspiring, don't forget to like, subscribe, and leave a comment sharing your thoughts. Your support keeps the motivation going.